Orkney burial reveals rare Viking sword and scabbard. A 9th century Viking sword with an unique scabbard recovered in an Orkney grave has been recognized. Funding was granted this year for a scientific investigation of the Mayback farm mounds burials and their contents, uncovered in a 2015 excavation. In March 2015, during house repairs on Papa Westray, one of Orkney's North Isles, the owner discovered human remains and notified the county authorities. Archaeologists dug up the site after confirming the bones were human and old. The skeletons were from a modest sand grave. It was crouching on its right side, with no grave goods left. Radiocarbon dating revealed the Iron Age burial. A month later, a Viking shipwreck. A stone grave carved under a stone cairn. Organic matter from wood planks colored the sand. Iron clinch bolts and 200 iron fittings characteristic of clinker-built timber boats suggest the existence of a deteriorated 16-foot long and 4.5-foot broad boat. It is one of Orkney's 8 early Viking boat burials. In August, a second burial containing weapons appeared beside the first. A burial covered the remains of the dead under the ruins of a truncated rectangular stone mound. Aside from some little foot injury, the skeletal remains were remarkably well maintained. A massive iron sword, presumably still in its scabbard, lay across the body's right side. In the tomb, a wooden shield was put, leaving just the boss when the wood disintegrated. A spearhead or huge knife, a set of iron arrowheads, several iron implements, and textiles were buried alongside him. The two tombs included first-generation Norwegian immigrants' items and burial practices. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, archaeology was far more rudimentary than it is today. The discovery of 2 early burials allowed archaeologists to examine early graves using cutting-edge scientific methods including DNA and strontium isotope analyses. The firearms were retrieved in bulk for laboratory cleaning and testing. The bundle of arrowheads still has considerable lengths of their wooden shafts connected. In addition to their large leaf-shaped blades, their arrangement in the tomb implies they were buried in a quiver. They are from the 10th–11th century. An arrow bundle in a Viking tomb is unique. If any arrows are detected, they are generally isolated. Orkney possesses a disproportionate number of quivers, with 3 recovered in Viking burials. The sword was extremely rusted when discovered, and archaeologists are taking their time with it so they don't damage it. The crew utilized an X-ray to see the blade behind the rust concretions. The sword was classified as a 9th century Pedersen Type D with beautifully ornamented hilts. The Mayback hilt is adorned with a geometric pattern of octagons with diamond-shaped embellishments. X-rays revealed a beautifully adorned D-shaped buckle in the Boré style, typified by geometric motifs, interlacing ornamentation, and stylized animal paws. Between 850 and 950 AD, the Boré style was popular throughout Scandinavia. Rare in Britain and Ireland, this is one of only 2 found in Scotland. Given the rarity of Viking scabbards, the Mayback example is important. Near the blade, most Viking scabbards have an inverted fleece lining. An outer sheath composed of thin wood lathes and tied with delicate textile strips would have been used to confine this. The Viking world had at least 30 of these swords. About half have been found in Norway, with others detected in Dublin, and Slovakia, Poland, and Russia. Another Type D sword comes from Egg. It was discovered in the 1830s.